is Michelle here at Like Mantra Tarot. I hope you guys are all well on this Saturday evening. Yeah, so um, hopefully you guys didn't have to deal with all that crazy rain earlier. Here in the tri-state area, I think a lot of us had to deal with that. Um, it was really sucky because I went to an event for my job and it was, very, very annoying because, as you guys can see, for those of you who are regular watchers, I got a silk press. I usually have a fro, and I did something different. I haven't had my hair straightened in any way, shape, or form in 11 years. So, wow, this is different for me. Like, I feel like I'm like this young version of myself with this hair like this. Um, like, I sent it to my son's father. He was like, "Oh my God, it's like back when you were in high school." I'm like, first off, let's not talk about high school because that was 20 years ago. But anyway, I'm trying to see if anybody like kind of creeps in before I start reading. But yeah, I'm gonna at least shuffle a deck. Like I said, I hope you guys are doing well this weekend. Let's see, what am I looking for? I'll start with these. I'm hoping that you guys are doing well this weekend so far. Um, and all those awesome things. Staying safe, staying warm because this weather is really wacky. All that stuff. I missed you guys for the past couple of days. So let's see what's going on. Hey Queen, how you doing, girl? How are you, my love? Yeah, I was just saying a second ago, like I haven't had my hair straightened in any way, shape, or form in like 11 years because I've been natural for 11 years. I big chopped. I used to wear my hair relaxed, and I big chopped, and then I had a little fro, and then I locked my hair for almost 9 years, and they were like down to my butt, and then I cut those off a year and a half ago, and I've just been rocking the little fro, and I was like, I'm gonna do something different. So this is not bad for a year and a half of growth. I'm like, wow, okay. And I had a trim too, so. But thank you. Um, Definitely feel different because, like I said, I feel like my younger version of myself a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry, love. Let's see what pops up in the reading since your energy will probably show up. All right, so let's get down to business. Um, all right, Spirit, let me let positive energy into this reading for the collective energy. Show them what they need to see at this time for their highest good. Only clear, accurate messages, please and thank you. Yeah, so what does the collective need to know at this time for their highest good? Clearest, most accurate message. All right, bottom of the deck. I like it. We have solar light upgrade, solar plexus chakra, inner fire, willpower. So starting off just on the bottom of the deck, we do have this energy of just trying to find like that like that fire within the pit of your belly of wanting to do something, pushing yourself to do something. I'm also getting that if this chakra is not balanced, you might be lacking confidence and willpower to do something. So take that as it resonates. Tell us more. What else do we need to see? Various most accurate messages. All right, we have halls of immense initiation, secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, initiations. So there's like, I'm getting this sense of like hidden knowledge or something that you might be getting ready to tap into. Or there could be some type of hidden knowledge behind your back that you don't know, that you're about to kind of come into and figure out. Oh, I almost wanted to come out. So we got two cards that just like flew out of my hand. We have Hathor, light codes, light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. So you're calling back your power at this time. Calling back your power. I am presence. Light body activation. assessing the divine within, you're calling back your power. You're understanding that there's this sense of power within yourself that you might have been kind of putting off on hold. You might not have always realized it was there, or maybe you didn't have that sense of willpower to really hone in on it, but it's showing up. um yeah, I'm getting also like there could have just been this sense of like, how can I put it, like the secrets revealed energy. It's like maybe there were some lessons that needed to, it doesn't say lessons, but I'm picking up on lessons, like life lessons that needed to be learned, that are helping you step into this sense of power. I'm getting that too. Tell us more. Thank you. Sirius star energy blessings. Yes, proceed, be seen, push through. So again, that energy of, finding that willpower, right, to push through. There might be something that you've been kind of putting off on hold for a while when it comes to something that you've really wanted to do, something you're passionate about. I'm getting this sense of passion. You might have fire in your chart. I'm getting the sense of passion and something that you've been really wanting to do, but maybe have not fully felt confident in it. And it's like, okay, well, part of it is understanding who you are, your worth, how divine you are, right? The sense of calling back your power. You put yourself out there for other people. Now it's time to put that power within yourself. And actually go after the things that you want to do, because you are being called to do whatever this is. Like, this is going to be different for everybody, so please take it as it resonates. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, I just happened to look. It says the divine matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, God incidences. So, everything's kind of happening in its own divine timing. It's happening exactly the way it's meant to. Now, obviously, when we're going through these different trials and tribulations in life, right, it's like, what the fuck? When are things gonna get better? It's frustrating. You don't know what's happening, and it can get confusing. Well, they're just saying, part of it is just really understanding who you are and coming back into terms with that, because sometimes, again, we forget that, right? That sense of pulling back or calling back your energy, not even pulling back, but calling back your energy, is very important right now. We have two cards that came out. Interesting. Wow. I'm understanding where this is going with these two cards that came out together. Soul Star activation, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. Now we got that card about that, power recall, and then remembering who you are, right? Again, that's that energy of reclaiming that energy. Fulfilling soul contracts, to me, that's like giving me like you've fulfilled a karmic lesson or something of some sort. It doesn't say karma in there, but that's what I'm picking up on. And that could be why that secrets revealed card came out. It's like you had to learn some type of important lesson, and in that lesson, there was also a soul contract involved that you had to close out, or you're in the process of closing out, and now it's time to move forward from it. We also have, that came out with that card, Orion activation, supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirth by the light. So it's giving me kind of like the death card energy, right? Which is all about death and rebirth. It's giving me that energy of a major transformation that's happening at this time. Let's get one more from this deck, and then we'll pull from the energy oracle cards to see what else is going on. And then we'll pull some tarot. Oh, it's here again. The divine matrix, but now it's on the main spread. Interconnectedness, synchronicity, God incidences. Just understand that nothing happens without a sense of divine purpose. Everything happens for a reason. I know it's such a cliche. I know. But it's true. Everything happens exactly the way it's supposed to, in a certain way, in a certain order, in order for you to be able to learn the lessons that are needed to be ready for the next phases of life. It's not one of those kind of things where, how can I put it? We want things to happen, at a rapid rate. We want things to happen the way we want them to, when we want them to. It doesn't work like that. I I'm learning that more and more as time goes on, that like I have to let go of like this need for attachment to results, especially with my business. Like I'm like things are moving slower than I would like them to. But at the same time, I'm also very well aware that one, everything takes time. And two, one of my friends always says, remember, Rome wasn't built in one day. And I'm like, got to keep that in mind, right? But yeah, it's like, we have to just kind of go with the flow of life. Things happen and shift and change constantly. The only thing that's constant is change. All things that we've heard before, but these are all very, very true things. So just understanding that, when we pick up on the energies around us and we see what's happening around us, understanding it, focusing in on it, understanding that everything's happening exactly. There are no coincidences. Everything happens exactly the way it's divinely orchestrated to be that way. I saw 11:11 when I looked on the timer. Um, Bottom of the deck, we do have, there we go, confirmation, halls of learning, spirit guides, confirmation, great lessons. There you go. There's this major lesson that's being learned at this time, and it's probably not the easiest lesson to be learned, but you are learning it and you are working on this. We have inner earth, base chakra, strength and security, laying foundation. So I'm getting that you're kind of also working in the sense of feeling grounded at this time as well. If that's been kind of an issue for you, you might want to work on um, exercises and things of that nature that can help you. As I say, nature, yes, nature is important. Spending time in nature is a great way to get grounded. Um, if you're able to in your climate, because I know the weather's been crazy here in Connecticut, it's all over the fucking place. Um, excuse me. Working on meditations outside, walking barefoot, in the grass, hugging trees. I know it sounds like such a weird thing, but no, actually hugging trees is actually, or just spending time near a tree is actually very therapeutic. It's really nice. So yes, that sense of, really getting more secure and grounded. Maybe you feel very off center right now and just feel very insecure. You're trying to figure out how to bring yourself to feel more of a sense of that sense of security and um not just security but also like safe, right? That sense of safety too, because that's really what that base chakra is also about, is a sense of security and safety, like a safety net, right? I like to use that analogy often when I talk about it, because it's not just about feeling solid and within yourself, but like it's also about feeling safe within yourself too. They go hand in hand. So we do have that on the top of the deck. Middle of the deck we have ancestral realm. There we go. Karmic release, healing the lineage and boundaries. So some of this might have to do with some ancestral karmas and things that are being cleared out. And you're just trying to figure it all out. Like, what the hell does it all mean? Like, why me? You know what I mean? That might be one of the questions you're feeling, right? Like this, like, but why me? Why was I chosen to do this shit? Did I sign a contract? Probably did. You might have. In fact, you more likely than not did sign that contract, and you just, in the physical realm, we don't understand how that shit works, but in the spiritual realm, we've already signed a lot of these contracts and things of that nature, right? So it's kind of interesting how it all works. So we're gonna pull from the energy oracle cards next. How's the weather down in Florida right now? Actually, that's a good question to ask you. That's nice that you're happy to be considered, because I'm not gonna lie, there are times where I'm like, I didn't sign up for this shit. This is hard. But at the same time, like you just said, like it's an honor to be a chosen one and be the one to. Yes, I do have my nip. Organizer. I can't even say, oh, Saturday. It's a nip. I'm gonna drink my nip. I'm a grown ass adult and I can do what I want. Yeah, I had to be very restricted at this work event that I was at. So I had a couple of drinks. So now I'm home and I can drink whatever the hell I want. So anyway, so let's pull a few energy oracle cards and see what they say here. Here are some most accurate messages. Please and thank you, Spirit. Yes, here in Connecticut, it's like in the, I think well, today it was in the 40s, like low 50s, but it was rainy all day. Disgusting out there. It was so bad. And like, it was like a freaking tsunami. And then now the rain stopped, but now it's super windy. Like, crazy wind. Like, you could hear like the that type of wind. You can see all the branches going all crazy. And I'm like looking at my car out there and I'm like, right under that fucking tree, I swear to God. Hey, I'm fully insured, so I'll be alright. But anyway. Alright, what else does the collective need to know at this time? Yeah, that rain was crazy. I was like, what the heck? And I wasn't expecting it because, like, last week or this past week, like, it was cold because we had days that were in the 20s. I'm like, what the heck? I thought, like, we were, like, last week we had days that were in the freaking 60s. It was amazing. I was like, this is beautiful. Spring is really here now. And then this week, where it's officially spring, I'm like, really? Can't make it up. But, you know, wacky weather, right? Climate change. All right, what we got? So we have the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, which is all about the crown chakra. Paying attention to those downloads that we're getting, right? I say because I do feel like I've got to work on, you know, my crown chakra a little bit. I feel like I don't always take heed to some of the messages that I do receive. I got to work on that. I think sometimes I'm just so wrapped up in everything else in my life where I'm just like, I just don't know. And it don't work like that. You can't pick and choose. Like, you have to, you know, especially if you're a chosen one, like, you have to heed the call and you gotta do what you gotta do. You've been chosen to do this. And you signed that contract in the spiritual realm to do these things. So but yeah, so just paying attention to that crown chakra, paying attention to downloads that you're receiving from source, making sure that that's in alignment so you can receive the downloads. Very important right now. Ooh, I like it. Door to value. There's this like leveling up energy. Like, I don't know if it's about money in and of itself, or if it's more just about like leveling up spiritually even. It could be both. Either way, it's a nice energy to be in. But there's definitely a sense of some type of growth happening. This could be a good and important time to strategize. Good time to strategize, plan things out. I'm also getting, this might be a good time to, especially with that 7th chakra card, this might be a good time to write down your dreams. If you've been having a lot of lucid dreams or interesting weird ass dreams where you don't understand them, writing them down and keeping a dream journal might be helpful for you at this time, so that you can analyze your dreams and figure out what they mean and, you know, where is it coming from. Or journaling in general, or just strategizing in general. How do you get to this point where you're trying to be when it comes to leveling up financially? Take it all as it resonates. Tell us more. Got 2 cards. Oh, ooh, oh. Well, shit. You might. Just saying. The way the cards came out was kind of funny, because one came out face down, one came out face down, ass up. Sorry. It's all about my old clubbing days. So, gosh. Oh, that was funny. So we got one card that says, man holding a heart. But the other one was this card, but it was technically face down, the thinking man. So, I'm sorry, you know I'm crazy, girl. So, The way that they came out though, it's like they're literally like opposing each other, right? It's like there's this one person who really he wears his heart on his sleeve. You know, take this as it resonates, because this might be for somebody who ends up watching later. If it's not for you, don't make the messages work if they don't work, you know. But there is this energy of like competition or opposing energies, like this energy of there might be you needing to like choose between people, like one person who you might have healed from, and then the new person maybe trying to come into your life. That's what I have to think. I don't know if anybody who ends up watching this at some point might have had a divorce or ending from a partner that you had to like work on healing from, and that gives you some anxiety. But then we have that, like I said, these are opposing energies, because then we have that man holding a heart. Very, very, very interesting. Yeah, anxiety card is here again. So something about this might give whoever resonates with this part of the message some type of anxiety. Very interesting. And I think that's that thinking man energy, because the thinking woman showed up too. So that is the same thing as like the king and queen of swords, which is usually a divorced couple. So I'm kind of getting something along those lines. Tell us more. Let's get like 2 or 3 more cards from here and we'll start reading the tarot. Thank you. We have the seat here. We have somebody who was definitely playing some kind of games, mind games and shit. And then we have door to spirit. Now this was in the reverse with that deceit card. So I feel like it's kind of saying, all right, this is the message I'm kind of getting. By not becoming more in tune with who you actually are, right, on a more spiritual level, you allowed, okay, let me not use the word allowed, but you were more susceptible to people who were deceitful, people who hurt you, people who caused you anxieties and things like that. Now, whether this is in terms of romance or whatever, that's kind of besides the point. I do pick up on that, but it could be other things too. My thing is this. I feel like as you've been moving in a new direction in your life and you've been becoming more in tune with your spirituality and relying more on your higher self or your higher power, whatever you believe in, ancestors, so on and so forth, it's been allowing you to kind of see through the people who have been deceptive and manipulative. You can see things. This song comes up a lot when I do readings nowadays. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. It's like you can literally see things clearer. You're not stuck in situations where people have manipulated you or, you know, put you in these deceitful situations. You know, now granted, there's still some anxieties that surround it, and I think it's because some of these people who have done this to you or put you in these positions are people who you really care about, and it makes it hard because it's like, well, you know, you want to be able to trust people, but guess what? You know, intuitively, you can't. Right? We have sixth chakra Archangel Metatron here, which is about the third eye. So is letting us know that, you know, your intuition is very, very, very on point right now. Oh, hey, girl, hey. When I don't have my glasses on, like those little ass letters, I have to really sprint and get kind of close to see. But yeah. But thank you. Yeah, I straightened my hair first time in 11 years. I have not had straight hair in a very long time. I had my locks for so long and then a fro for so long. So this is very new for me. And everybody's like, you look like back when you were in high school. I'm like, shut up. Because that was 20 years ago. But anyway. Excuse me. Like I said, you guys are, you know, you're becoming more in tune with yourself, right? You're more in tune with your higher self, your higher power, your spirituality, so on and so forth, whatever you believe in. So it makes it a lot more easy for you to be able to read through the BS and use your intuition and say, yeah, no, I'm all set on that. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so we got the deceit, we got envy here. It's like, yeah, this is these weird ass energies, right? Of these people who you have to be very, very discerning around, and really, pay close attention to them. Yeah, because these are people who don't want the best for you. The sun in the reverse in the middle of the deck. Um, yeah, I don't like that energy, that part of it anyway. But I like the fact that you guys are coming into your own and you're realizing who these people are, or who this person is, whatever that case may be for you. For some of you, it is a romantic, an ex-romantic partner of some sort. For others, it's just people in your energy in general. Take it as it resonates. You'll know who these people are. You'll know who these people are. Excuse me as I put it. Um, Tell us more. Let's get maybe one or two more from this deck, and then we'll start pulling some tarot. Yeah, financial constraints. So I feel like, interestingly enough, the number. Wow, hold up. Let me just show y'all this, because my girl Lati is big on astrology. I mean, numerology, just like I am. So we had the door to value that came up, and then we have the financial constraints. 31 and 13, and if you put them together, it's like a mirrored number, right? So that's pretty significant. If you wanted to look up what those numbers mean, 31, 13 would be the numbers to look up. Actually, you could look it up either way, right? Because it's a mirrored number, or you could look up 1331. However way you want to look at it. The roots of the numbers are going to be pretty much the same. Might come up to be 4. So this is kind of giving me that sense of, your guardians and stuff, to that effect, are really just letting you know, hey, you're protected. You don't have anything to worry about. You are going to start getting out of these constraints and things like that. Yeah, something along those lines. Yeah, and then the number 13 also the 13 itself represents death and rebirth. We saw a card about that before. So, very interesting. Let's get one more. Angel of Love. Now, interestingly enough, it's funny how the card came out the way that it did. All right, so a couple things about this card. I'm getting, first off, it's like I said, it's Angel of Love, but it came out in the reverse, right? And it landed directly on that Thinking Man card. So it's like, whoever that person was, they put you through. Wow, Spirit, goddamn, you guys. Whew. All right, when spirits start talking, they start talking, okay? So we got that Angel of Love card literally fell out right on top of the Thinking Man, which we already established is, like, probably for some of you, not everybody, but for some, is a past partner, a karmic, who you've ended that cycle with, right? Somebody who, it didn't work out. You guys showed up as a thinking woman. They showed up as a thinking man. That's usually representative of the king and queen of swords, which is a divorced couple a lot of the time. We saw that energy, and it's like this juxtaposition of that versus this man holding a heart. There's like this, one contract ending, one beginning. Because what do we have in the bottom of the deck? We do have the contract in the reverse. So it's letting us know that contract is closing out. That contract is void, null and void. It doesn't exist anymore. We saw energy. I think there was 2 cards earlier that showed that there's a closure of a cycle happening here. And the Thinking Woman is here again. Come on, Spirit. And on top of that, because these came out, like, I didn't realize they were together until I just pulled them apart. For the Thinking Woman, and then we also have appreciation in the reverse, and it's because you were not appreciated when it came to whoever this person is. This person put you in a lot of angst, right? Emotionally, in particular, and mentally too, because they caused you a lot of anxieties. Perhaps some of the anxieties that are being felt take this as it resonates, could be because of the fact that, you know, you're ready, or at least you want love and romance and relationships and all that. Again, you want to pour into connections and stuff like that, but there's the anxiety that surrounds it, because it's like you want this energy, right? This man holding a heart, but you have probably repeatedly attracted this person, this cold person who's an asshole, a narcissist, you know, plays games. Yeah, you're trying to get out of that energy and away from that energy. Somebody who's more, you know, heartfelt and heart-centered, versus this person who just plays, you know, manipulative mind games, who wants to be in a relationship like that. That's not a real relationship, right? Yeah, because you want this happy family. For some of you, remember I said already more than once, for some, take this as it resonates. And then we did just have that. What was that? The 4? Yeah, number 4. So remember how I was saying that for some, the number 4, because I know the number 13 is here, but it adds up to 4. 4 could also be significant, because we have 4 here again. And interestingly enough, we have 2 people here, 2 likes. That adds up to 4. So there's something going on with the number 4, if that resonates with you at all. But for somebody, that could be, you know, that this is somebody who, like I said, you had a divorce from. You might have kids with this person. Yeah, but that contract is up. So it's like, now it's time to open up to love again. This wasn't meant to be a love reading. This is literally just an energy reading, but I am kind of getting something along those lines. Yo, popcorn, all those things actually. Popcorn, pizza, and pineapple juice. I mean, soda rather. Those all sound amazing right now. Absolutely amazing. Those are all some of my favorite things, especially pizza. Let's get one more from here. Thank you. Journey, and this is a part of the journey, right? Making a conscious decision with that 2 there, right? Which is all about decisions. Making a conscious decision to move in a new direction. Literally on the picture, you can see there's little arrows pointing in different directions. It's like, where do I go? Which way do I go? Ironically enough, looks like there's 4 little arrows on there. What do they say? Can I read that? No, I can't see that shit. But not my blind ass. But yeah, it's like, yeah, like, you know, I just heard let me show you the way to go by the Jacksons. We have Magician in the Mirror. You know, you're manifesting, right? Coming into this new part of your life, and you know, you're taking that willpower that we were talking about before. If you look, right, you know, we got that, I feel like this like air energy, and then we got that fire energy. Like you're really starting to like use the elements and start manifesting the things that it is that you want. You're able and you're capable of these things. Yeah, but it's time to heal that broken heart, right? That heart space needs a little bit of work and a little bit of love. Self-love is also very important right now. Cornucopia is in the middle of the deck. Now, interestingly enough, it is in the reverse. And I just feel like it's saying, you know, you have a lot more power than you think you have to make these things happen the way that you want them to, right? It's just a matter of, especially when we're talking about manipulating the energies, you know, to your benefit, right? And manifesting, cutting cords is even what I'm getting, you know, for those of you who believe in cord cutting rituals and things like that, you know, so that you can really come into what it is that you want and what you've earned, what you deserve, right? This cornucopia, the fruits of your labor coming together. So it really is important at this time to start realizing your worth, right? You had that energy kind of earlier too. Alright, so let's pull some tarot. I'm just gonna do a, you know, whatever comes out kind of thing. I'm not gonna do a a spread. I'm just gonna kind of go with it and see what comes up. What else does the collective need to know at this time? Based off this energy here. Side note, guys, those smoke detectors, is not both of them are doing it. When I'm not reading, can you believe that those things are practically silent? They're fucking annoying. But guess what? They only really go off when I'm reading. It's the weirdest shit ever. I'm like, because I keep getting ready to like pull out the step ladder and go do it, and then I'm like, wait, I didn't hear it all day. But when I start reading, I hear them damn things. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Just like how when I'm about to read, even before I started this reading, I cleansed. What do I hear? A freaking siren. It's crazy. I'm just like, what is going on, dude? What is going on? It's crazy though. Ah, look at that. Remember we were talking about happy family? Well, we got 10 of cups here on the bottom of the deck. So that's a little more confirmation for some people that this could have been a family dynamic. For others, it's just simply saying this is a time to focus on what makes you happy. You know, if that means friends and family, cool. If that's like your own inner peace and just happiness in that realm of things as well, whatever works for you. But for some of you, all this is coming after a period of major betrayals and pain. 10 of Swords. Yeah. You had to see things for what it was with this 7 of Swords in the middle of the deck. Remember we saw the deceit card earlier? You saw the truth. You saw the truth about this energy. Is no longer a secret, right? Remember, wow, that's funny. Because remember the first thing that came out? Secrets revealed. Wow. It's all coming together now, right? The sense of knowing something that you didn't know before, right? That inner knowing. I said that before, this inner knowledge. All right, so we have Page of Cups. Now, that's usually about like admirers, love gestures. But then we have the 9 of Swords here again, right? So we have that anxiety card. It's the same energy with the 9s here. What else is with it? The Sun. Burdens. I'm just going to clarify this Page of Cups just to see if I know where this is going. Because I have an inkling of what this is, but I just want to confirm. Tell us more about the Page of Cups. To me, I feel like it's just saying that you're kind of afraid to welcome love back in. So even when people make small gestures to you, you're kind of scared to accept the gestures. Where's his hand? That's kind of the energy I was getting. And like, because I did also see the 10 of Wands, so it's like kind of burdensome, because it's like on one end it's what you want, but like what you want. It's like it's what you want, but at the same time it's almost like you're not sure if you're quite there yet, you know. Yeah, so clarifying this, we do have the World card, right? Successful completion. Something that has ended and allowed for something to come in, along with the 5 of Swords, which is all about surrendering and walking away from something that no longer serves you. So that's where I'm getting kind of more like this was about the fact that, you know, you had to remove yourself from a person who might have made love offers, right? Who you didn't really feel like those were genuine love offers. They might have played games with your emotions and things like that. You closed out those cycles and you've surrendered from them. And you've been working very, very hard and diligently on yourself in the process of all of this. What else we got here? Yeah, Wheel of Fortune is here. So, you know, the wheel turning in a new direction and in your favor. The Judgment card. Wow, a lot of major arcanas here. The Judgment card, right? Using your own judgment and being able to say, okay, you know what? I think I'm good on this BS. This is, you know, this isn't what I wanted or what I thought it was going to be. You know, being able to say, okay, I'm going to remove myself from this situation. Tell us more. Thank you. We got the 7 of Pentacles here. So again, the sense of putting in a lot of effort into something, right? Remember when I was talking about that cornucopia card in the reverse? It's kind of that energy, right? This sense of, you know, putting a lot of effort and hard work into something and just kind of waiting for the fruit of your labor to come in. Now, the thing is, in order to have the fruit of your labor come in, what did you have to do? You had to remove yourself from this old situation, this old baggage, this old, you know, fake love offer that no longer served you, never served you really, quite frankly. And you had to close that cycle out. Tell us more. Thank you. Yeah, so now it's about standing your ground. Seven of Wands is here. Standing your ground and, you know, being very preserving of yourself and understanding that in order to, you know, protect your heart space, you got to stand your ground, right? You have to stand your ground. You have to protect yourself. Now, there is a difference between protecting yourself and being, how can I put it? Hypervigilance is a good word to use. Because the reality of the situation is there will be people who are going to come into your life who are actually meant to be there, who you're meant to meet, meant to kind of, you know, learn more about, possibly build with. So this is where discernment comes in, right? We did see a message about discernment earlier, about using your intuition, right? Being able to discern and decipher who is meant to be in your heart space and in your energy in general. So, you know, just know the difference, right? Because it's very easy for us to get, you know, super overprotective of ourselves, right? Which is, you know, understandable when you've been through a lot. But at the same time, we also have to, again, know where we are with that. So I hope that part of what I just said makes any sense at all, because, you know, sometimes I get jumbled up on my words. We have the Queen of Wands. So, we also have a mismatch here. And I say this because as I look on the bottom of the deck, there's a King of Cups. Top of the deck is, whoa, an Emperor. Now remember we were talking about earlier, yeah, there we go. So there's this sense of there's this sense of different people in your energy, right? So there's this person who might have been a father figure, you know, if you have children and stuff, somebody who you thought you were going to build a future with. But this person was super domineering and they were not a warm person. So building a family with that type of person it's not what it's cracked up to be. Like, it's nice to have stability and all that, but like if you don't bring any emotion or anything to the table, like that's not going to work out so great. But then we also have this sense of this King of Cups on the top of the deck, which is that man holding out heart energy we saw earlier. And I'm getting the sense again of choosing. We've got the Hanged Man here underneath that. Two of Wands underneath that, which again is about choices. So I do feel like you might have a choice to make at some point of the day. At some point in time. And with this Queen of Wands here, I'm getting that some of you might have fire in your chart, or you're just gonna have to really be confident in yourself and your decision to be able to say, this is what I want, and I'm not gonna welcome or allow this other energy into my space. So it could be, you know, either or both for some of you, depending. So just, you know, be very, very discerning with that. You know, use your intuition on that one. But I am getting, like, for a lot of folks who end up watching this, it's going to be about choices. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Two of Swords. Which is all about decisions. Now, this is the thing. It's about a decision that's very hard to make. Look at the blindfold, right? Like, really being able to say, whew, holy shit, this decision is really hard for me. It's almost like when, you know, like we go like, eeny, meeny, miny. It's like that. Like, you don't want to make the decision, but it's something that's actually pretty important. And you do have to take the blindfolds off to make a conscious decision and say, this is what I have to do. And it's not an easy decision. There's a lot of fear here. And as I'm analyzing the card a little bit, I'm getting a sense of emotions here with that water in the back. Then we got the swords there, which is automatically about thoughts and logic. And then we have, you know, that moon in the back, which is also about fears and thinking. hidden secrets being exposed. I'm getting like all this different energy looking at that card. I don't usually get that much energy just from looking at that card, but I'm picking up on a lot of that right now. And then came out with the devil, right? So this sense of, you know, this is something that it keeps you bound, in particular mentally. It is like, you know, you have to make this decision at some point or another if you haven't done it already. You know, it's really that big time crossroads energy. Yeah, because this is like literally like the make you or break you situation when it comes to what comes in afterwards with this Ace of Pentacles here. This sense of, you know, literally the hand of God or whatever you believe in is saying, hey, you've passed this test. You know, that karmic energy is released. We saw that energy earlier. This is what is coming through, but you have to make a conscious decision to let the other shit go. And I like how you said intuitively deciding. Exactly. That intuition is very important. You know, taking the blinders off and seeing things for what it is with the Seven of Wands here again. In the reverse, seeing things clearly. You know, all that deception, all the smoke and mirrors, it's all gone. You guys know exactly what it is that you have to do now. It's just a matter of being confident in your decision now. Right? We saw something about confidence earlier with that solar plexus card that we were talking about. Yeah, get out of your own head. As I tell people sometimes as a somewhat joke, get your head out of your ass. But seriously, you know, because sometimes, you know, when we get caught up in, you know, our own thoughts, those thoughts, you know, they can consume us. The strength, there we go. That sense of willpower, right? And again, that energy of somebody having possibly, you know, not everybody, but somebody might have some fire in their chart, or Leo possibly in their chart too. We have the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck in the reverse. So it's letting me know that for some people there is still this sense of healing, and that's part of the reason why this is so hard, because it's like if you haven't fully worked on that healing process, right, you are going to have a very hard time finding willpower to move on from a heartbreak and disappointment and pain. Like, that's not something that you could just walk away from that easily. You have to do the inner work to get there. And you said something about energy earlier, right? Not energy, but energy. It's giving me that. Queen of Pentacles is here on the top of the deck. This energy of leveling up into this energy, right? This energy, also this energy of somebody who is very, very giving and, you know, charitable basically, but also in this case, very, very discerning at the same time of who they give themselves to, because not everybody's worthy of that. So take that as it resonates and what you will from that. We do have the Five of Wands here in the middle of the deck. This energy of getting out of, you know, constant chaos and confusion and, you know, battles and competition. You're like, I'm not going to fight for people who ain't willing to fight for me. Like, why the hell am I going to keep on putting my energy into those kind of people? That's like where you guys are right now is what I'm kind of getting from that. So let's see. Where are we at? 48 minutes. Very close it out. I don't want to make this too long. So let's get some last messages to close out. I split the deck and we have Dark Night of the Soul. You are in the midst of a spiritual awakening. So things are coming into light. The things that you were trying to learn and figure out, all those lessons that had to be learned, it's all happening right now. And it's allowing you to come. Remember, I was saying door to spirit is there, right? The more in tune you are with your spiritual side during the spiritual evolution, the more in tune you are with your whole being, your whole self. So that means, you know, all those chakras start to balance out. Does that make sense? And we also have environment. Now is a good time to clear, clean, and declutter your environment. And that's one of the lessons that probably had to come about with this is what do you release right now? What is exactly number 6, balancing it out. So what are you releasing? What are you letting go of? Because there is definitely something here that doesn't allow you to level up, to move on in a new direction, to receive the inheritances that you deserve and that you've earned. Now is the time to say, I'm releasing these things that are bullshit. For lack of a better word. Now that's just me splitting the deck. I didn't even do anything else yet. Tell us more. So I'll get maybe 3 messages from here, and I'm gonna close out this reading. I keep this muscle memory. I'm going like this to go check my Fitbit. I don't have my Fitbit. I don't know what time it is because I'm thinking about going live on Facebook too, but I'm not sure. I'll just determine that when I get off. But excuse me. There go the burps. All right, Spirit. What else do you have to say? Because once I start burping, I already know. We have the void. You may be covering up the emptiness or pain within through an addiction. Now keep in mind, and we have another number 4 here. Now keep it, and ironically enough, 2 people, 2 likes. Now keep in mind, when we talk about addiction in the sense of this type of thing, it's not literally like a chemical addiction or anything like that. It could just be like addiction to overthinking, addiction to overworking, addiction to relationships and love. I mean, it could be many different things. Addiction comes in many different forms. So don't think of it automatically as, wait, I had a glass of wine. That makes me an alcoholic? No, it doesn't work like that. Addiction comes in many different forms. So, being that, I think a common trait throughout this reading that I've seen is overthinking. A lot of you guys might have air in your chart somewhere. I'm a Gemini rising, so I get it. I have a lot of Gemini in my chart, actually. So I think a lot. I don't behave like a Sagittarius, really. I really don't. People are like, wait, you're a Sagittarius? I'm like, yes, I'm a fucking Sagittarius. I go through this all the time. And they're like, no, you're not. I'm like, yeah, I am. Like, you can't tell me what sign is, bro. But I don't behave like one. So the point being, though, a lot of us might be overworking, overthinking, overcompensating in some kind of way somewhere in our life, to kind of help ourselves or try to help ourselves alleviate, something, oversleeping. There's so I'm just I'm spitballing things right now, but like there's so many things that could literally equate to. And I'm a Taurus North Node, so stubborn in my ways, overthinker. I'm just I'm a little bit of everything. And then I'm very passionate about the things that I care about, okay? There's just a lot going on in my chart. But yeah. Anywho. So what else we got? Let's get maybe 3 cards. Like I said, maybe you guys want to meet me over on the other side of the social media realm on Facebook, maybe, because I think I might do it depending on the time. We have reconciliation. This relationship, this relationship, friendship, or partnership can be saved? Question mark. Not based on the stuff we saw earlier. Clarify that, because I don't know. So, the journey. You are learning that every challenge you face has a hidden gift inside. Okay. That makes sense, because we do have here, okay, this makes more sense. But reconciliation is not about love. It's not about love. But you want to know what it is about? Your support team. I remember earlier one of you guys were talking about like your soul family. There you go. We got a little bit of confirmation here. So this is more about, that reconciliation is about coming into connection with people who are a part of your soul family or your soul tribe. And it's a part of your journey to get there, to meet these people. So I'm getting kind of sort of that. Oops, that is too many cards. I'm not taking all those. I did just see restlessness though. So let's get maybe 2 or 3 more from here, and then we'll close out. You have tough love. It's time to tell the truth about something you've been avoiding. So this, remember I was saying earlier, like whatever this decision was to remove this particular person out of your energy. Oh, hey, Moonlight. Like I said, guys, I apologize. Like, I have to squint really hard or move up really close to really be able to see, like, what's going on the screen. So I do apologize when I don't respond to, like, you guys. I try to, like, respond as you guys type, but it doesn't always work out. But hey, girl. So yes, you know, there's this energy of, you know, avoiding some type of truth. And having a really hard time making a decision. Remember, we saw the devil along with the 2 of Swords. So, you know, now you're learning the valuable lessons that needed to be learned in order to move on into a new direction. And this is all a part of the journey. And it is hard. It's not fun. It's not easy. It's not cute. But it's a part of the dark night of the soul too. And it all happens this way for a reason. And it came out again. Now it's in the main spread here. Dark Night of the Soul. Can't make this shit up, guys. Okay, because I think you guys can see the same thing that I can see. 4 people here, 2 likes, and the number 42 on the card. And that number is 6. It comes up to 6, right? So, balancing everything out, right? Wow. Can't make this shit up even if you wanted to. I'm just saying. Let's get one more. All right, so we got 2 cards together. We have Resolve. This is a period of indecision and inner conflict, and it's time to make a decision. Yes, I literally just said that out of my mouth 2 seconds ago. And then we have Seeker of Truth. You can feel the hidden truth behind your circumstances. What the fuck, bro? Can't make this shit up. Because guess what was the first card out? Halls of Immense Initiation. What does it say? Secrets revealed. I'm going to say how my grandma would say, hello. That's how she used to talk. Hello. But seriously, like, if the message hasn't been clear for you guys, it should be pretty freaking clear now that there's people in your energy that you got to distance yourself from. And it's not an easy decision, whether it's romantic, friends, family, doesn't really matter. But these are people who, whatever the case is, these are people who are holding you back from your biggest and best potential. And you know this already. This is not new information. You know this already. It's just a matter of making the conscious decision to remove yourself from these situations and these people so that you could move on. Easier said than done. Trust me, I get it. But, you know, when you're in positions where you feel mental angst and anxieties, and, you know, for some of you might even physically feel ill around certain people, and you're not paying attention to your body. Like, you got to pay attention to yourself and your health and how are you feeling in these circumstances. If it's work related for some of you, take it as it resonates. If this is work related, you got to get out of there too, whatever this is for you guys, because this is going to be very particular for every person, because we did see like financial constraints and stuff. So for some people it's something along those lines too. So, you know, it's going to be different for everybody. And look at that. So we have the number 11 here more than once. I think my girl Lati mentioned 1111. And what do we have here? Karma. Number on here is 65. Adds up to 11. Balancing the scales. Some of you have already said you have Libra in your chart. And others of you might actually have Libra, also have Libra in your chart as well. You may be involved in a situation that requires justice or fairness. So definitely karmic lessons being taught and learned right now. Scales are balancing. We have synchronicities right here. Allow the magic to unfold as synchronistic events lead you to a new direction. Again, paying attention to everything you've been seeing and hearing and all of that stuff, whether it's in the form of numbers or songs, literally signs. I saw the sign, opened up the eyes, I saw the sun. Like, You've been seeing the signs. Pay attention to them. They're all there around you for a reason. Pay attention to them. It's not, we saw this earlier too, it's not a mere coincidence. It's not. And then we have middle of the deck, hidden treasure. You have brilliant, untapped potential just waiting to be explored. And the thing is, you know, in order to explore these potentials within yourself, you have to be able to stand up to all the anxieties and stuff that you've been facing, because there's a lot going on here, as we just saw. It's not necessarily an easy, peasy situation where you just say, okay, I'm good. Like, no, there's there's different anxieties tied into it, because it's something that tugs on your heartstrings. It's something that you have an emotional bond to, possibly. So just remember that everything that you've been witnessing and seeing is it's been like this for a reason. So now you just have to really follow your inner strength and your willpower and go with the flow of where you're being guided to. All right, so with all of that said, I love you guys very, very much. I don't know what time it is because I don't have a clock near me. Usually I would just go on my Fitbit and look at the time, but I don't have it on today. I hope that this message resonated and you found it helpful. If you did, hit that like button, send some reactions before I sign off, just so I know that it did resonate. For those of you who are new, I don't think there's anybody new, but you never know. Um, you know, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, all that good stuff, so that way, you could be in touch with me on here whenever I go live or post anything. Yeah, so damn, it's really 11:20 already? Shit, I didn't realize it was that late. I mean, I'm trying to think, what time did I come back from that event? Time flies when you're having fun. But, all right, so I'm not sure I'm going to go live, and I probably should just actually relax, because I've been out and about all day. Maybe I'll just take it easy. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow on Facebook. But anyway, I love you guys, and until next time, bye.